of Australia today. Thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Jitarth. Very, very worrying for the Indian community. The temple has been defaced completely. As of now, where are the investigations at? If you can tell us what the police officials have revealed, do they have any leads on who could be responsible for this?
See, I can tell you at this point in time that Victoria Police has taken the report of hate crime. We call it hate crime here in Australia very seriously, and they're collecting all the CCTV footage from the temple and from the nearby houses and the premises. There are a number of commercial outlets near to this temple. So police is in process of collecting all the evidence to pinpoint who are the people. The temple CCTV, which I have seen, shows a very faint picture. However, it's up to police to identify the person. There were at least 3 people involved in this, as per what I have seen in the CCTV footage. The temple community, when I talked to them this morning, they were really distressed with this kind of attack, hate attack on their temple for no good reason. However, we have seen a precursor to what has happened today. There has been warnings of this Khalistani menace, which has just shown its face here in Melbourne. I can tell you a number of Sikh for Justice people, members have come to Australia to kind of schedule a referendum for Palestine. So this is one dangerous point.
It's a very, very dangerous trend, because as we've seen in the United Kingdom, it does not just stop at this graffiti. It could escalate to much more. Request you to stay on with us. We have Mr. RP Singh of the BJP also on the phone line with us. Mr. Singh, we saw similar attacks in Canada, in the United Kingdom, and now in Melbourne.
Well, these Khalistani elements think that probably by doing all this vandalizing temples or writing some graffitis outside some temples or other public places, they can get their target of Khalistan. It's not possible. They can stay in this Lala world, but the fact is that on ground in India, they have no support. They have zero support in India. Yes, there are certain elements abroad, radical elements abroad, who keep doing such mischiefs.
Look at the provocation. Hindustan Murdabad, Bhinderwale being hailed as a martyr. These are the messages that have been written in the graffiti. As of now, 3 people have been identified. But even if it is 3 people, it's a very, very serious offense. This is the temple wall being defaced. Is the government going to take it up with, Australia? Because there is a huge Indian community that's living there.
Obviously, Government of India will surely take up with the concerned authorities in Australia and then make them aware that this can't go on, because any element which is trying to radicalize the system there or here would not be spared or would not be accepted either by the Indian government, and should not be accepted by the foreign government, including Australian government.
Okay, I just want to ask you lastly, do you see a pattern in this? Because ऐसा Canada में हुआ, in United Kingdom we also saw it escalating to absolute violence on the streets of the United Kingdom, और अब ये मेलबर्न से रिपोर्ट किया जा रहा है.
Well, इसमें कोई शक नहीं है कि एक पैटर्न है. सिख फॉर जस्टिस इसके पीछे है, ISI उसके पीछे है. ये पाकिस्तान से जनरेट होता है. सिख फॉर जस्टिस का हेडक्वार्टर भी लाहौर के अंदर है. Money is being spent by Pakistan to disintegrate India, and this is as per the K2 plan, Khalistan and Kashmir put together. And they keep doing such mistakes, but ultimately, I mean, they have no ground support in India at least.
Okay, all right. Mr. Singh, thank you for joining us on the broadcast with your viewpoint. Mr. Jitarth, if I can come back to you on that, you said the police officials are treating it as a hate crime. In the investigations, because the charge that has just come in is that there could be a link with Sikhs for Justice, the international organization as well. The 3 people who have been identified, do we know if they have any connection with the Sikhs for Justice? Anything that the police officials have revealed?
At the moment, police is very tight-lipped. That's what I can tell you. They are not talking about who are whether they have identified the people or not. However, we know there are pictures of 3 men who are doing this vandal attack. And the blatant move by these people is, I can tell you.
Okay. Okay, do stay on with us. Request you to stay on with us. We have Daljit Singh of the Akali Dal also with us. Daljit Singh ji, अभी दोबारा अटैक हुआ है. इस बार मेलबर्न में टेम्पल being defaced and hailing भिंडरनवाले as a martyr.
देखिए, किसी भी मंदिर के ऊपर या किसी भी धर्मस्थान के ऊपर हमला करना वो निंदनीय कार्रवाई, और सिख धर्म में ये ऐसी किसी भी बात को जो है वो प्रमाणित नहीं किया जाता. जो भी लोग हैं, अब क्या उनका मनोरथ है, वो क्या ऐसी हेटेड क्यों फैलाना चाहते हैं, एक्चुअल में कौन लोग इसके पीछे हैं, इसकी जांच होनी चाहिए हाई लेवल के ऊपर. वहाँ की गवर्नमेंट को इंक्वायर करना चाहिए कि कौन लोग हैं जो ऐसे काम कर रहे हैं. लेकिन सिखिज्म किसी भी ऐसी बात की प्रौढ़ता कभी भी नहीं करता कि किसी भी धर्मस्थान के ऊपर किसी के ऊपर भी ऐसे कोई अटैक करे.
ओके, आपको लगता है कि उसमें ये एक पैटर्न है, क्योंकि ये 3 डिफरेंट कंट्रीज में ऐसे इंसिडेंट्स रिपोर्ट हुए हैं, कनाडा में, यूके में और अब ऑस्ट्रेलिया में.
देखिए, ये सिख आइडियोलॉजी का हिस्सा तो है नहीं. अब कौन लोग कर रहे हैं, क्या उनका मंशा है, कोई मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन कैंपेन हो सकता है, सिखों को बदनाम करने की कोई साजिश हो सकती है. ये तो कोई इंक्वायरी हाई लेवल की होगी तो उसमें ये बात सामने आनी चाहिए कि कौन लोग हैं जो इनके पीछे हैं, एक्चुअल में क्या उनका मनोरथ है.
Okay, all right. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Daljit Chema. Mr. Jatarth, there are a lot of concerns that are being raised here. You mentioned that police officials are extremely tight-lipped about who these miscreants are as of now, whether they have an affiliation with any outfit or not. Just want to ask you, has there been any other recent attack in any of the temples or any targeted attacks or such threats being labeled towards the Indian community there?
See, attacks, no, but threats, yes. There have been a number of posters displayed across Melbourne which says kill Hindus, which says Hindutva is bad. Different kind of propositions are drawn by these Khalistanis. And after complaints, the municipal councils here and the other authorities have removed those posters and banners, and some are really used, which were calling for killing Hindus. Now, to draw whatever kind of attention, because these Khalistani elements have announced that they will do a referendum in Melbourne on 29th of January. So to draw some attention, they are doing whatever stupid things they could. However, community is very kind of threatened, scared because of these elements. They come in the night. So these are faceless people who I would call them cowards, who don't want to show their face. They have no strength of showing their face. However, what they are doing is coming in the night, graffitiing temples, scaring people, putting threat messages to people's social media, putting stickers to people's cars that we will see you. A few months back, Babur Khalsa leaflet was distributed and sent via social media to a number of community leaders here in Melbourne, threatening them of violence, not only in Australia, but also to their families back home in India. So there are a lot of concerns. However, the community, police, authorities have to work together to mitigate this threat of Khalistan, which have taken years back. You remember the Kanishka tragedy, which happened in Canada. We don't want anything like that to happen here in Melbourne.
You mentioned that they're cowards who only work in the dark of the night, but these cowards can get emboldened if no action is taken against them. You spoke about some extremely worrying and disturbing posters that have been put up against Hindus and Hindutva, calling for the killing of Hindus. Has any action been taken? You mentioned that the posters have been brought down, but that's not enough. Any more action being taken in trying to identify these people who are putting up these posters? Because these are not mere posters of threat. These are calling for the killing of Hindus, you mentioned.
See, the authorities tell us that the security apparatus here in Australia is aware and is working on how to tackle this menace. As of now, as I have said, that they come in night and put these posters and banners on so that their faces don't come in public. And authorities see the pace of security apparatus is very slow. That's how it works. Unless they have 100% proofs and they can't act. But we are assured by Department of Home Affairs here in Celia and the Victoria Police that strict action will be taken. And tomorrow, sometime, I just came to know that tomorrow, 11:30, some
different countries, similar attacks taking place in one, violence being reported as well. We're keeping a track of these developments. For now, slipping into a quick break here. We'll be right back. To stay with us.